Hello students, welcome to Affairscloud. My name is Vikas. So friends, we have an application by the name Careers Cloud which you can go and download through the Play Store. And once you have downloaded, you can log in with your Gmail ID. And why I am suggesting you this application, because this is the one-stop solution for all the current affairs. This is the best of the best application and the platform where you can enhance your learning through help. Here you will be provided with multiple courses. Here you will be provided with multiple options of quizzes, and even you will be provided current affairs on daily basis. PDFs and quizzes will be provided to you on daily basis, both in Hindi as well as English. Here you will be provided current affairs with weekly basis and monthly basis also. Here remember, once you have done watching our video, then you can log in through this application, take out the PDF, read that PDF and go through the quizzes. That will enhance your preparation. Same you have to do for weekly and same you have to do for the monthly also. In monthly you will be provided with the top 100 important questions PDF and video also, that will enhance your learning, and it will be a very beneficial and important video for the revision perspective. And not just this friends, apart from this we also provide you banking and economic questions. We provide you state current affairs such as of Uttarakhand, UP, Tripura, Telangana, and many more. Not just this, apart from this we also provide you topic wise current affairs, and the topics that we are providing you are really important. These topics are such as national affairs, international affairs, important days, sports, defense, science and technology, apps and web portals, obituary. These are the important topics that are being asked in various exams across India. So these are the topics that are must and should be covered and will be beneficial for the preparation of the students.
Hello everyone. So in this video we will be discussing important current affairs of 11th of July. The session will be very interesting and important, so do pay attention till the end. You will be learning multiple things that will be enhancing your preparation. So let's start. First question is, who launched NCC Integrated Software for Cadets? What does this NCC stands for? It is your National Cadet Corps, right? So recently Rajnath Singh, who is our defense minister, he have launched a NCC Integrated Software, that is NIS, correct? And this NIS is your NCC Integrated Software. This is a single window interactive software for the cadets, and this software was launched in New Delhi. So some things that you need to remember, that NCC Integrated Software, that is your NIC. This was launched by Rajnath Singh, who is our defense minister. Correct? Remember here NCC, National Cadet Corps, they signed an MOU with a bank, and the name of the bank is SBI, and this is to open zero balance account for all the NCC cadets. All right. So if asked about the bank with which NCC signed an MOU, it is your SBI for zero bank balance, right? And the software that was launched is NIC, that is your NCC Integrated Software. If we talk about this software, this NIS is designed on the entry to exit model, right? And the software was based on Prime Minister Narendra Modi's vision of once a cadet, always a cadet, and it will digitize the entire process from the stage of enrollment in NCC as a cadet till exit the registration as an alumni, right? Apart from this, we just saw that NCC also signed an MOU with the bank, that is your SBI bank, to open zero balance account for these NCT cadets, right? Next is, which ministry releases the report on the performance grading index 2.0? What is this performance grading index? Remember recently, on the basis of education in schools, or on the basis of education, the schools will be graded, like which school is providing the better quality of education, which school is providing better infrastructure to the students, which school is providing more experiences, more activities to the students of that particular school, right? So based on that, grading will be done. And question asked here is, which ministry released the report on the performance grading Index 2.0. So as the name suggests, it is based on education grading, on the base of education grading of the schools. So this will be done by the Ministry of Education, right? Department of School Education and Literacy, that comes under the Ministry of Education, they have released this performance grading index 2.0, right? This assesses the performance of school education system at both state and union territory level by creating an index for the comprehensive analysis, correct? Then remember, that's UT that has attained the highest grade, that is Daksh. None of the states UT has attained highest grade, that is Daksh. Daksh is the highest grade that is being given to any school or any institution for the good quality of education and proper infrastructure that is being provided. So Daksh is not being given to any state or union territory, right? Then the topmost grade that was attained during this index, that is Pracheshtha. This is the name of the grade, right? Pracheshtha. This was attained by two schools or two states, we can say. One is your Punjab, right? And other is your union territory, that is Chandigarh. Correct? So these you have to remember. This performance grading index, it was released by Ministry of Education. It is basically grading on the basis of education infrastructure, quality of education, what are the opportunities being provided, what all experience are being provided on that. And Daksh is the highest grade, but it was not given to any of the state or UT. But the highest grade that was provided is Pracheshtha. It was given to the state Punjab and union territory being Chandigarh, right? And this new index, performance grading index, this covers almost 73 indicators. Next, Election Commission of India signed an MOU with Election Tribunal of which country on electoral corporation? So remember, Election Commission of India, this is from India. They signed a memorandum of understanding with Electoral Tribunal of Panama, right? If you remember, there were Panama papers were leaked that tells about the corruption that is going all around the world. So from there only you need to remember Panama country. It is Election Commission of India. They signed an MOU with Electoral Tribunal of Panama, and it was to establish an institutional framework for their cooperation in the field of election management and administration, correct? During the meet, they discuss about strengthening and collaboration about knowledge exchange between the two election management bodies, that how can we make sure that the elections in both our countries are secure, safe and legit, that there is no corruption going on in those elections, there is no cheating going on in those election, and all the process should be streamlined, right? For the same, Election Commission of India and Electoral Tribunal of Panama signed an MOU. Apart from this, previous to this, Election Commission of India also signed similar kind of MOUs with Brazil, Chile and Mexico also, right? And this is the fourth MOU by Election Commission of India with any other election management body, because we just saw Brazil, Chile and Mexico, and the fourth one here is Panama, right? So we can say knowledge sharing will be there, technological sharing will be there, expertise sharing will be there, and a stream to streamline the process of election, that election process becomes easy. For the same, this MOU was signed, right? Then if we talk about Panama, what is the capital? It is your Panama city only. Then you can remember there is a term or there is an association, that is AWEB. AWEB is the Association of World Election Bodies, right? This is the largest association of these election management bodies across the world, and it contains 119 election management bodies from across the world, correct? So it is India and Panama, they signed an MOU on electoral corporation. Next, India, along with which country, launched a mission, that is Operation Border Sword, and it is to combat illegal drugs, right? in order to fight illegal drugs, an operation was named. And what is the name of that operation? It was named Border SWOT, right? This is the name of the operation, and it is a started by which country along with India? So this operation border was started India along with USA, right? And it is a bilateral multi-agency enforcement initiative, and it is to identify illicit and illegal medical products that are shipped using the international mail system. This operation was held from 12th of June to 23rd of June in order to catch the illegal drugs that are coming from the shipments to the USA and India through those international mail systems. Correct? Over 500 shipments of unlawful and potential deadly prescription medicines that contains drugs were prevented from reaching to the general population. Apart from this, investigators examined over 1500 shipments originating in India throughout the operation and taking action on around 500 goods, including unlawful pharmaceuticals intended to cure and reduce the serious alignments. Right? So coming back, it is India and USA that launched this Operation Border Sword. It was to fight against the illegal drugs that are being introduced in India and USA through international mail system, correct, or through various shipments through the ocean route, correct. If you remember earlier, India and Africa also signed an MOU, and where they will be working together to eliminate the drug cases, right? The drug is increasing, and we see that these Nigerian, not Africa, Nigeria, right? Because many Nigerians were caught in India, in Delhi, where they were selling drugs that were imported or that they carried from their Nigeria to India, correct. Next is National Water Mission signed an MOU with Indian Plumbing Association to improve the water use efficiency. So remember, recently the Bureau of Water Use Efficiency under the National Water Mission of the Ministry of Jal Shakti, they recently signed an MOU with Indian Plumbing Association towards achieving water positive India by improving the water use efficiency. That how can we improve the efficiency of water, what processes should we follow, right? A proper roadmap, a proper framework was developed in order to make sure that the water is not being wasted, right? Then this MOU also creates awareness about promoting rain harvesting, that how can we save water through rain, how can we conserve water and use that water later on for various purposes, that can be for sanitary use, that can be for irrigation, that can be for bathing, that can be even for drinking also, right? Then remember, there we used to study about 3 R's, right? Reduce, recycle and reuse, but now we will be studying about 5 R's, and that is your reduce, recycle, reuse, replenish and respect. These are your 5 R's, right? And it is built around the water environment, that we should conserve our water, we should reuse our water, all right. Groundwater should be replenished, and we should respect that water is being provided to us, because a large population in our world is not able to get the right amount of water for the daily general purpose also, basic for cleaning purpose also, they are not getting the clean water, correct. So it is your BAWUE, that is your Bureau of Water Use Efficiency, that signed an MOU with Indian Plumbing Association for making sure that water saving or water positivity, to achieving water positivity, so that we can save more water and more population in India can get the clean water, be it for drinking, sanitation, washing and irrigation, right? Next. Next is International Affairs. MEA, Ministry of External Affairs. Recently, India has joined Champions Group of Global Crisis Response Group. I repeat, India, they have recently joined the Champions Group of Global Crisis Response Group. Question can be asked that which country joined the Champions Group of Global Crisis Response Group? It is our beloved India. Correct. So if we look at it, India, they joined the Champions Group of the Global Crisis Response Group at the invitation of Antonio Guterres of United Nations Security General, right, to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Sanjay Verma, who is the Secretary of West under MEA, has been designated as the Sherpa to the GCR GCRG process, that is your Global Crisis Response Group process. So this question can definitely be asked. Take a note of it. That who has been appointed as the Sherpa to the GCRG group, that is your Global Crisis Response Group, right? So who's the Sherpa, Indian Sherpa? He will be Sanjay Verma. Correct. Then remember, the decision to join the group reflects India's increasing global leadership and commitment and addressing the global challenges. If you remember, during COVID 19, also, India helped a lot of countries in providing medical supplies. Then now India is having the G20 presidency also, where we are launching various initiatives in different sectors. And even if we talk about renewable energy, then India is one of the leading nations in terms of solar and wind energy also, where we are bringing more and more renewable energy to the world, right? And we are, with the help of those energy, we are catering the demand of India. Correct. Then remember, who will chair the GCRG, that is your Global Crisis Response Group? This GCRG will be chaired by Antonio Guterres, who is the Secretary General of United Nations. Then remember, this GCRG, it is a 32 members group that ensures high level political leadership. Correct. So coming back, friends, which country joined? It is India. They have joined this Champions Group of Global Crisis Response Group, right? Who will be the Sherpa to this GCRG process? Sanjay Verma. And this group contains 32 members, and this group will be chaired by whom? Antonio Guterres. Next, over half of the world's child trafficking victims trafficked within own country, as per the report by IOM and FXB. I repeat, International Organization for Migration, that is IOM, along with Francis Xavier Bagnod Center for Health and Human Rights at Harvard University, that is FXB, they together released a report that stated that from evidence to action, 20 years of IOM child trafficking data to inform policy and programming. If we look at it, this report states that, and this is a first of its kind report that stated that half of the children that are trafficked within their own country. In case of international trafficking, children are mostly trafficked to the neighboring wealthy countries, right? The report also highlights that children trafficking is multifaceted and issue that persist and transform across borders. It is not just that if in India only we are seeing this child trafficking, but all around the world. It affects all the genders, ages, and nationality, making it truly global phenomena with no immunity. Approximately half of the children, as I just mentioned, are mostly boys, and they are subjected to forced labor across various industries. It can be domestic work, it can be begging, it can be into any industry, into any factory or agriculture. Another thing, remember, a significant aspect is sexual exploitation, which impacts around 20% of the trafficked children, and those are primarily girls, through activities such as prostitution, pornography, and sexual servitude. Correct? To effectively combat child trafficking, accurate and current data is crucial for the evidence base, so that those people who are trafficking these children can be taken to court, and proper justice can be done to all those trafficked children. Correct. So remember, this report was released by these two organizations. Next, the Rising Star Award was received by which organization? Rising Star Award, right? Which organization has received this Rising Star Award? It is Coal India Limited, right? Coal India Limited. This is a Maharatna Public Sector Unit, right? This comes under the Ministry of Coal. and this is the recipient of this Rising Star Award. Correct? Very important, mark this. And this is in appreciation of their outstanding effort to enhance the procurement through the GEM portal. And what is GEM? Government e marketplace. Next thing, remember who awarded Coal India Limited with this Rising Star Award? It is GEM only, that is Government e marketplace, that awarded them with this title or with this award, right? If we talk about GEM, this was launched in 2016 and it is a 100% government owned national public procurement portal for different goods and services, right? So coming back, it is your Rising Star Award that was awarded to Coal India Limited by GEM, and this Coal India Limited, it is a Maharatna PSU. Correct? Next. Next is Bajaj Alliance Life Insurance has won Insurer Innovation Award 2023 at the World's Digital Insurance Award. So remember, it is your Bajaj Alliance Life Insurance Co Limited. They have won the Insurer Innovation Award 2023 at the World's Digital Insurance Award. The award was presented to recognize Bajaj Alliance Life's groundbreaking WhatsApp conversational platform that will empower customers to digitally service their policies. Bajaj Alliance Life has emerged as the winner of the Asia Pacific region. The entries were shortlisted by the industry experts through pre voting and live event voting. Right? If we talk about this TDI, what is this TDI? TDI is the digital insurer hosted the 8th edition of the World's Digital Insurance Awards to showcase some of the most innovative projects in the insurance industry, right? Then next thing, remember, WhatsApp bot was also developed by them. That is, Bajaj Life Insurance has developed a customer bot to self-serve and response queries while also offering real-time human life agent support. In the last 3 years, 86% of the Bajaj Life active customer base has opted for WhatsApp services, right? If we talk about Bajaj Life Insurance, it is one of the India's leading private insurer and began their operation in August 2021. The headquarter of it is in Pune, Maharashtra. Next. Next is Rajkumar Upadhyay has got a 2-year extension as the CEO of C. Dot. I repeat, ACC, that is your Appointments Committee of the Cabinet. They have approved the appointment for the extension in the tenure of Dr. Rajkumar Upadhyay, as you can see him in the picture, and he is the CEO of C. Dot, that is your Center for Development of Telematics, and his tenure has been extended by 2 years till July 2025, right? Then remember, in 2020, Upadhyay joined India's Telecom Technology Research Organization CDOT as the executive director, and then he was promoted in 2022 as the CEO of the CDOT. Correct? Then previously he has served as the additional director general of Doordarshan and All India Radio Prasar Bharati, director general at the DOT, advisor at Telecom Regulatory Authority of India, that is your TRAI, and is also the founding member of the Bharat 6G Alliance. Correct? So coming back, Dr. or Rajkumar Upadhyay, he has been given an extension of 2 years as the CEO of C. Dot. Next, here you can see DOT Secretary K. Rajaraman, an IAS, has replaced Injeti Srinivas as the chairman of IFSCA. I repeat, according to the notification released by the Department of Economic Affairs that comes under the Ministry of Finance, the Department of Telecommunications Secretary and 1989 batch IAS officer K. Rajaraman will be the next chairman of IFSCA. So he will be replacing whom? He will be replacing Injeti Srinivas, right? Who is the first chairperson of IFSCA. So who is the K. Rajaraman? As you can see him in the picture, he will be replacing Injeti Srinivas to be the new chairperson of IFSCA. Then Rajaraman is expected to join IFSCA in the month of August, and his term will be for 3 years or till the age he attains 65 years of age. Correct? Then, if we talk about K. Rajaraman in 2021, he assumed the charge as the telecom secretary. Then, he successfully conducted the first ever fifth generation auction with government fetching more than 1.5 lakh crore rupees. He also considered as a driving force behind recently launched Bharat 6G Alliance and in rolling out Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited's 4G network. Right? He is K. Rajaraman. Next, SpaceX. We know this is the company of Elon Musk, right? They got the license from which country to offer high speed internet via Starlink. And Starlink, we know Starlink is making a constellation of satellites all around the earth so that they can provide high speed internet even in the remote areas. So SpaceX got the license from which country? It is your from Mongolia, so that they can offer high speed internet via Starlink satellite, right? SpaceX will be providing high speed connection, high speed internet through satellite to the internet users in Mongolia. Correct? Starlink has established a network of more than 3,500 satellites, and they are in the low earth orbit, that is in the LEO orbit. Correct? At present, Mongolia has an extensive network of fiber optic cables which provides access to the high speed internet. Introduction of the Starlink will enhance the connectivity to the underserved locations that are difficult to reach. So it is your Mongolia where SpaceX Starlink will be providing internet. Even if you remember, during war, Starlink provided the internet to the people of Ukraine. All right. Next, United Nations introduced 51 robots and AI summit to advance sustainable development goals. I repeat, ITU, that is International Telecommunication Union, a specialized agency of the United Nations responsible for information and communication technology, organized a 2 days global summit, that is AI for Good, in Geneva, Switzerland. Remember, this global summit was AI for Good. It was held in Geneva, Switzerland, and it was organized by International Telecommunication Union, that is ITU. Correct? And the summit was based on the deployment of the specialized robot in achieving the organization's 17 sustainable development goals. Correct? With less than a decade, the summit aims to identify practical applications of artificial intelligence in advancing these goals and scaling up the solutions for the global impact. Right? Sustainable development goals, they are a set of 17 global goals that was established by United Nations in 2015. These sustainable development goals, they have faced significant challenges during the escalation costs. That can be escalation costs, that can be price tags, that can be, right, fighting against hunger, poverty, fighting against climate change, right? And because of all these factors, to achieve that goal, the amount of money that we required is also increasing time to time. Correct? With the launch of this artificial intelligence, with the launch of chatbots, right, machine learning, new technologies, we can say that with right technology and with right processing speed, with right data, we can achieve these sustainable development goals in future. Correct? Then if we talk about this only, remember, day one, a cutting edge robotic AI solutions were presented through 51 robots, right, out of which 9 are humanoid robots. Then during day 2, a panel of robots was also available to answer the questions from the press itself. That means, see, when there is a pressing and when there is an individual, say for example Ronaldo, right, Cristiano Ronaldo, he's a very famous player. He will come and answer the questions to the general public. But what if, understand, there is a robot that is replacing him and he is just answering those questions on the behalf of Cristiano Ronaldo, right? Or there is a robot in general that is basically now giving the answers on the basis of many other people, right? And basically we are seeing that new and new robots are coming into the market. New and new robots will be taking the place of workers, and that is one of the scariest situation that was mentioned by the developers of artificial intelligence or developers of the chatbot, that stated that in future artificial intelligence will be taking a large amount of jobs from the market, but in return they will also be providing multiple jobs, right? Then here only we can see a total of 51 robots were launched during this AI summit, and it was to help to us achieve these sustainable development goals. Correct? Next, and these robots, remember, they are working on machine learning. They are using various chatbots, artificial intelligence to answer our questions, right? And they are processing on various different levels, right? It depends on what kind of models that particular robot or that particular software for that robot has been trained upon. It can be a killer, it can be a murderer, it can be a very good sports person, he can be a footballer. This robot can be any sport or it can be anything that he liked upon. But the thing is, it depends upon the data he has, this particular robot has been trained upon. So it can be a he also, it can be a she also. Next, who won the men's single title in Canada Open 2023? He is Indian Lakshya Sen. Right? Indian badminton player Lakshya Sen won the men's single title at the Badminton World Federation's Yonex Canada Open. Correct? And this is for 2023. And he defeated China's Li Shifeng. And this particular event, that Canada Open, was held in Calgary in Canada, and it was from 4th of July to 9th of July. Correct? Then if we talk about women's single title, who won it? Akane Yamaguchi. She is number one player and she is of Japan, who won this women's single title. Correct? Then if we talk about Canada Open, it was started in 1962, and remember, this Canada Open of 2023, it marks the 58th edition of the championship. Next. Next is F1 British GP 2023 was held, and Max Verstappen has won his first ever British Grand Prix title. So directly this question can be asked, important, take a note, that who has won the F1 British Grand Prix 2023? It was won by Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen is a British Dutch Belgian driver, and he drives for Red Bull, and he recently won his first ever British Grand Prix title. Right? Important, take a note of it. And remember, this is his sixth consecutive F1 win for the session 2023. Also, this marks the Max Verstappen's 8th win of the season and Red Bull's 10th consecutive win for 2023. The other two titles were won by Sergio Perez, that is Saudi Arabia Grand Prix and Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Correct? So this is Max Verstappen's sixth consecutive win, and this is his first British Grand Prix title ever. Next. Next is we are talking about Grand Chess Tour. Gukesh has finished 5th. Vishnath Anand tied at the 7th position in Super United Rapid and Blitz Croatia 2023. So remember, Indian Grandmaster D. Gukesh, who is 17 years of age, finished 5th at the position at the former world champion GM Grandmaster Vishwanath Anand has tied at the 7th position. Correct? Directly remember this. Then remember, world's number one and former world champion Magnus Carlsen of Norway has won the Super United Rapids and Blitz Croatia 2023. So who won it? It was won by Magnus Carlsen. Right? Next is obituary. KM Vasudevan who is a line artist from Kerala, has passed away at the age of 98. I repeat, Karvatu Mana, right? Karvatu Mana Vasudevan, one of the India's fine line artist and a literary illustrator from Kerala, passed away at the age of 98 in the Malappuram district of Kerala. He was born in 1925 in Madras Presidency, British India, that is now Kerala. Correct? And he recently passed away. Next, National Fish Farmers Day. When do we observe this? It is observed on 10th of July, and it is to recognize the contribution of the fish farmers, right? Aquaculture industry and their professionals, and it is to basically how we can help those farmers or how that industry blooms. Correct? So National Fish Farmers Day observed across the globe on 10th of July, and 10th of July in 2023 it marks the 23rd anniversary, or it marks the 23rd edition of the National Fish Farmers Day. Correct? So, the first ever National Fish Farmers Day was observed in 2001, and it was observed by ICAR, Central Institute of Fisheries Education, right? It is the department of ICAR, Central Institute of Fisheries Department. By them only, or we can say by ICAR only, the first ever National Fish Farmers Day was observed on 10th of July in 2001. Correct? And this year in 23 it is the 23rd edition. Next, here you can see National Fish Farmers Day on 10th of July. So friends, these were your important current affairs for the day. Now let's go for the revision part. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh has launched NCC Integrated Software for the cadets. Ministry of Education released a report on the Performance Grading Index 2.0 for the states and UTs. ECI and Election Tribunal of Panama signed an MOU on electoral cooperation. India, USA, they jointly conducted Operation Border SWOT to combat illegal drugs. The National Water Mission signed an MOU with Indian Plumbing Association to improve the water use efficiency. MEA, India has joined Champions Group of Global Crisis Response Group. Then over half of the world's children trafficking victims trafficked within own country, report by IOM and FXB. Coal India Limited received the Rising Star Award by JAM. Bajaj Alliance Life Insurance has won the Insurer Innovation Award 2023 at the World's Digital Insurance Awards. Rajkumar Upadhyay got a 2-year extension as the CEO of CDOT. Next, DOT Secretary K. Rajaraman, an IAS officer, replaced Injeti Srinivas as the chairman of IFSCA. SpaceX got the license from Mongolia to offer high-speed internet via Starlink satellites. United Nations introduced 51 robots and AI summit to advance sustainable development goals. In badminton, Lakshya Sen has won the men's single title for Canada Open 2023. F1 British Grand Prix was held, and Red Bull's driver Max Verstappen has won their first ever British Grand Prix title. Grand Chess Tour was held, and Gukesh finished 5th in this, and Vishwanath Anand secured 7th position. And who won this? It was won by Magnus Carlsen, who is the ranked number 1 chess player. He won the Super United Rapid and Blitz Croatia 2023. Then KM Vasudevan has recently passed away. He was from Kerala, and he passed away at the age of 98. Then National Fish Farmers Day is observed on 10th of July. So these were your important current affairs for the day, friends. Now let's go for the revision part. Odisha's Chief Minister launched Ama Pokhari to rejuvenate the water bodies. Gujarat signed 6 MOUs with private industries for mangrove plantation under Mishti scheme. World Kishwali Language Day is observed on 7th of July, and it is observed by UNESCO, and it means unity, language of unity. Next is Shio Kumar Singh One has been appointed as the acting chairperson of the National Green Tribunal. Then 23rd SUCHS summit was held, and the important thing, remember, India hosted it for the first time. Prime Minister Narendra Modi chaired this meeting, and the important thing, remember, in SCO, 9th permanent member has been appointed, and it is your Iran that has been appointed as the 9th permanent member of SCO. So these were your important revision part, friends. Now let's move to the homework section. First, which freedom fighter launched the Rampa Rebellion against the British in 1992? Next, which state or UT launched the Mo Jangal Jami Yojana? Third, Bogibeel, where the foundation stone for the inland waterways transport terminal was laid, is in which state? So these are your 3 homework questions, friends, and I want to see maximum participation of students in these homework questions, and I want to see maximum to maximum comments, because I'm watching that students are watching the video but they are not commenting the answers below. Then what is the need for providing me these important homework questions, right? You should answer them in the comment box so that I can see what are the correct option, who all are writing the correct options, right? So these were your important current affairs for the day, friends, and make sure to comment below the homework questions, right? These are very important. Do this process for 1 month and you will be seeing change in your preparation. So that's all for the day. Thank you and have a nice day.
That's all for the day, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session, and you can follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as apart from YouTube channel, you can go and follow us at Affairscloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the of courses offered to you or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this, friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is Affairscloud_official. In the end, friends, if you use a code that is Vikas10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code Vikas10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number, that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com, and I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue.